And our feature story tonight zeroes in on what's being done to combat rising sea levels. As we learned from Superstorm Sandy and other major storms, many local shorelines are vulnerable to flooding. And joining us tonight to talk about it and what's being done to deal with the issues are my two guests this evening, Helen Cheng and Dr. Kathleen Fallon. Both are from New York Sea Grant, which studies and raises the awareness about our communities. Okay, this is of concern, I mean, right now, and also for the future.
Yeah, definitely. We're already seeing the effects of sea level rise in our communities, especially during high tides and storm events.
And Helen, communities are taking action. A lot of things are happening out there.
Yeah, they're thinking about different strategies, new ways, such as living shorelines or risk communication, preparedness. Yeah.
Well, I know you're doing a lot of work on that. We'll discuss it in just a minute. But first, Antoine Lewis shows us how natural shorelines are being used now to battle rising sea levels. Watch.
Rutgers doctoral candidate Johnny Keespay is on the Raritan River all the time. Among the things he's checking is its shoreline.
A storm, depending on its trajectory, the size, the energy, the wind speed, you can have a various number of impacts.
Ecologists are constantly monitoring shorelines to find the best ways to protect them from rising sea levels. Living shorelines are quickly emerging as a favorite.
So living shorelines can come in all various shapes and sizes. I think the most popular one is using oyster beds and being able to create a gradual protection zone.
Would be more like vegetation, like oysters, those kind of things, like you can actually see bigger one. But rock, natural rock, you could also have microorganisms grow on it.
At the Urban and Coastal Water Systems Lab at Rutgers University, this machine allows researchers to test the impact variables such as severe storm surge and intense water flow have on shoreline barriers.
At the same time, we also want to make sure they will stay there. So this is what we could do. Not only, like I said, testing how wave we damp out, but also whether that shoreline is strong enough to stay there under different condition of wave or even under, let's say, storm surge.
In addition to fighting erosion, living shorelines act as filters, and the job of determining the water's cleanliness falls to environmental inspectors like Michelle Backus.
We're looking at enterococcus, we're looking at fecal coliform, we're looking to see basically is there poop in the water so that when people go to use that water, they go fishing, they go boating, they go kayaking, swimming, we know what the levels are to make sure that it's healthy for them to do that.
While seawalls are still widely used at bodies of water, more and more experts are leaning towards natural barriers like living shorelines to protect and preserve for generations to come. From the Raritan River in Edison, New Jersey, Antoine Lewis, Fox 5 News.
All right, Antoine, thank you very much for that. Back right now. What does New York Sea Grant actually do?
Yeah, so New York Sea Grant is to take science, translate science and to coastal communities so that coastal communities can make informed decisions.
And you have a lot of different events that go on, right, all throughout the year?
Absolutely, yeah. We have programs that educate folks about the ecology, about storm preparedness, so about living shorelines.
Yeah, different things. Kathleen, I know that this organization's been around like 50 years. You've got quite a history, and you do a lot of research, and you raise the awareness level. Where are the problem areas right now? We have so many, shoreline communities in our tri-state area.
Yeah, and every one of those communities has their own specific issues. Yeah.
And are there specific problems, that you can identify? I know, like Staten Island, for example, a very vulnerable area, and they're talking about things that they need to do out there. What kind of work is being done?
Some of the work that's being very at the community level, thinking about different strategies for hazard mitigation, storm preparedness.
Are a lot of communities, trying to embrace the idea?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really getting people back or close to nature. It's bolstering the natural landscape, recreation, fishing.
And a lot of these, natural shorelines are just being, destroyed, and people are saying, why is this happening, and how can it be prevented?
So a lot of shorelines are having issues with sea level rise. As sea level rises, wetlands want to naturally move upwards and inland. However, they're not currently keeping up with the rate of sea level.
People also ask about dunes. How are dunes? Are they
protection? They provide so many benefits for both communities and the beach. They provide a barrier against storm surge for our communities, and they also help replenish the sand that is lost after erosion.
That's very good. Helen, a lot of activities coming up for the summer here. You have a lot of events.
Yeah, absolutely. Things from being out there in the communities to hosting community programs about informational sessions. So lots of things happening.
Very good. Helen, Kathleen, we appreciate you being here. Keep up that good work that you guys are doing, all right? Raising the awareness level and getting communities, giving them the support that they need. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Good topic. Thank you so much.